What's up YouTube, it's your boy Anklebiter, and today I'm going to go over my X-SABER FTK deck profile. This deck is very clearly designed to go first. Going second is a struggle, but it's not impossible, and I've given some thought behind how to do that. I saw this combo online, I can't take credit for it, but I thought I'd share my thoughts on exactly how to build this. So for the deck profile, we've got 2 Fault Roll, 1 Nefarious or Archfiend, 3 Polina, 3 Bruno, a Boggart Knight, a Garson, a Dark Soul, and a Ragigira. We have a Saber combination and a Gottoms second call to put an end to the X-SABER cards. Then we've got a Pot of Prosperity, 3 Tinky, 3 Small World, 3 E-Telly, 1 Called By, 1 Crossout, 3 Exchange, and then a bunch of hand traps. For the extra deck, we've got 1 Gottoms, 1 Souza, 1 double X-SABER Gottoms, a Hyunwei, a Crimson Dragon, a Trishula, a Vermilion Dragon Mech, a Croca Dragon, a Black Rose, a Dawn Dragster, a Fui Belt, 2 Ptolemy, 1 Little Knight, and 1 Anima. The cards that are required for this FTK are the 2 Fault Roll, the Nefarious or Archfiend, at least 1 Polina, at least 1 Bruno, a Garson, and a Ragigira, as well as the 2 X-SABER spell or traps. And then the rest of the deck is just designed to make sure that that goes through. We're playing a Called By and a Crossout Designator, obviously, to try and stop hand traps. The Pot of Prosperity, you only ever call 3 with it because you need 11 cards in your extra deck to pull off this FTK. And then we play 3 Exchange, because if, let's say, you open a hand with none of your hand traps in it, or with none of your monster hand traps in it, you can exchange, rip out their hand trap, and then go do your full combo. The trap cards, you can actually just set and then exchange, so that's kind of nice. You can also set your Tinky and then exchange, flip Tinky, and then that gets you right into your plays. This combo only requires 1 card to be effective, that being Polina, so we've got a bunch of ways to search her. So we've got the 3 Tinky and 3 Small World, as well as Pot of Prosperity can sometimes hit her. And the goal of this deck going first is essentially to bait out their hand traps or get rid of their hand traps, and then go Polina and do the same thing every single time to just rip their whole hand and their draw. The extra deck, the required cards, all of them are required except for 4. The 4 that aren't required are Commander Souza, the Hyunwei, the Black Rose, and the Dawn Dragster. The rest of it's mandatory. SP Little Knight can be any rank 2, but I picked Little Knight because she is good. She increases your chances of winning going second by a marginal amount, but it's still better than nothing. A lot of the lists I've seen do this play Haggard for card draw, but honestly, if you're pulling off this combo, you've won anyways, so you don't need the card draw. Alright, and I want to just go ahead and go over how the combo works. Alright, so here we've got a very playable hand. We've got a Tinky. We'd go ahead and activate that to bait out an Ash. And then you can do this all from just Polina. You do 1 Polina, activate her effect to special summon Bruno and Garson. Bruno's effect activates to add Saber combination. Then you play that Saber combination and synchro summon into Gottoms. Make sure you activate Saber combination as Chain Link 1 and Gottoms Chain Link 2, or else your special summon off this will miss timing. You add second call to hand and special summon Ragigira. When Ragigira is summoned, he's going to add your Bruno back to hand, and that's very important. Activate Gottom's second call. Bring these two back. Link off your Ragigira into Relinquished Anima. And now special summoning from your deck, inherently, it's a very odd effect. You can use your Relinquished Anima in either of these. It doesn't really matter, but we're going to choose Garcim. We'll use his effect to special summon Garcim back. Now we use the Polina and the Nefariouser for Vermilion Dragon Mech. We'll use Dragon Mech's effect to banish the Polina, destroying our Garcim. Garcim's effect is going to add Fault Roll. We'll use Bruno, banish the Nefariouser. Now since we have two X-SABERs on the field, we can special summon X-SABER Gottoms. Then we'll use Gottoms to special summon Garcim again. Link off these two, Bruno and Dragon Mech, into synchro these two into Crimson Dragon. We will use Crimson Dragon's effect on the Gottoms to bring out Quibelt. Quibelt's gonna destroy Garcim. We actually already opened the Fault Roll, but in this, imagine if you will that this is adding Fault Roll to hand. And then we special summon the Fault Roll, use its effect, special summon Bruno, overlay these two into Ptolemy. We're going to use Ptolemy's effect to add Fault Roll back to hand. Now we'll link off the two non-X-SABERs into Little Knight, special summon the Fault Roll. We will use Fault Roll's effect to special Ragigira. Ragigira is going to add Fault Roll back to hand. Special summon Fault Roll. Synchro off the Fault Roll that hasn't been used yet for Gottoms. We will use X-SABER Gottoms to tribute the Ragigira and the first Gottoms. Now we'll use Fault Roll to special summon Ragigira. He'll add Fault Roll back to hand again. Special summon the Fault Roll. Use the Gottoms on the Fault Roll and the Ragigira, the Gottoms that hasn't been used. Use Gottoms on the Fault Roll that hasn't been used, and then on the Ragigira. Then we'll use Fault Roll again to bring back Ragigira. And this can go infinitely. Hypothetically, if your opponent had 1,000 cards in hand and none of them were interruption, you could get rid of all of them. Then we'll add Fault Roll back to hand. Special summon the Fault Roll. Tribute this Ragigira for the last card in their hand. And now you use Fault Roll to bring out Bruno. We go into a Ptolemy again. We'll detach to add the Fault Roll from graveyard back to hand. Special summon the Fault Roll again. Don't use its effect yet. Go into Crimson Dragon. Use Fault Roll to bring back Bruno. And I guess this could be any level 9 synchro, but Crocodragon just makes the most sense, I think. Use Crocodragon. And now, when you pass turn during their draw phase, you use Crimson Dragon, or yeah, targeting the Crocodragon to bring out Trish. Use Trish's effect, and we'll banish the card from their hand. There's essentially nothing your opponent can do to win at from this point, because even if they had some sort of graveyard effects, you've got cards in hand and a Crocodragon to pop. You may have hand traps, and you've got the Little Knight. From this point, I'm pretty sure it is unwinnable. I can't think of a single top deck in the game that outs this. Super Poly, you would need another card to discard. Anything else I can think of is spell speed 1. I'm pretty sure it's unwinnable. So, yeah. Interesting little deck. That's going to be it for the deck profile, guys. Let's start with the pros of this deck. The pros are if you're going first and your opponent doesn't have interruption, or you're able to negate their interruption / exchange it away, you automatically win. If you can get to Polina and you can get through their hand traps, you win the game. No doubt about it. The cons, if you're going second, you struggle. The idea is that you might be able to mulch army them into hand traps, into making their play, suboptimal, and then you play a little just regular X-SABERs trying to, set up some interruptions as well as Black Rose them maybe, or Trish, removal and hit their hand, play the grind game. It's not very great. Also, if you're going first and you open Garson in hand, that sucks. Garson needs to be special from deck from Polina in order to do the full combo. As well as sometimes the exchange just isn't going to hit. Sometimes you open some of your hand traps, and if you exchange, they're just going to add a hand trap from your hand to their hand. In which case, you just don't play the exchange, and you hope they don't have a hand trap. However, if you open some of the traps, you can set those before playing exchange. You can also set your Tinky and then play the exchange, which is nice. And then just flip up the Tinky, add Polina, go off. Yeah. Interesting deck, guys. I don't know. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Maybe, drop what y'all would side, how y'all would make it better going second. Really, it's very much win more and it's very flashy, but I don't think it's ever going to be competitively viable. Yeah. I love you guys. Good night.